All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're putting Moderna stock, mRNA, on the exam table for a full technical checkup. We're going to cut through all the complicated jargon and figure out, is this stock in peak health, or are there some underlying issues we need to worry about? Let's get to it.
So right off the bat, the report gives us this big headline number, a technical score of 75 out of 100. And, on the surface, that looks pretty darn good. A high score like that definitely gets your attention.
But what does a 75 really tell us? Is it just a grade? Is this stock truly in top-notch condition, or is there more to the story? Well, that's exactly what we're here to figure out as we break down this diagnosis, piece by piece. Okay, so first things first, in any checkup, you gotta check the basics. And for a stock, that means looking at its overall trend. Are things generally heading in the right direction, or is there cause for concern? To find out, we use a really important tool.
That tool is the moving average. Think of it like this. It smooths out all the day-to-day noise and choppiness of the market so we can see the real underlying trend much more clearly. We're going to look at both short-term and long-term averages to get the full picture.
And wow, this chart just lays it out perfectly. mRNA's current price is sitting at $33.80, which is way above both its 20-day and 200-day averages. So the diagnosis here? It's crystal clear. We are looking at a very strong, very healthy uptrend. The patient is definitely gaining strength.
Next up, let's check another vital sign, momentum. See, it's one thing to be in an uptrend, but does the stock actually have the energy, the fuel in the tank, to keep climbing? This tells us about the real power behind the price move.
So our first tool for this is the RSI, or the Relative Strength Index. It's basically a speedometer for the stock, measuring how much buying versus selling pressure there is. Anything over 70 is usually considered pretty strong, or what traders call bullish.
And get this, mRNA's 14-day RSI is clocking in at a very high 78.10. That's a really clear signal that there is some serious buying power pushing the stock up. Now here's a super important point. While a high RSI is a great sign of strength, it can also be a little bit of a warning light. It suggests the stock might be overbought. Think of it like a sprinter who's been running at top speed for a while. At some point, they've got to slow down and catch their breath, right? This high number means the price is shot up so fast that it might need to pause or pull back just a little before it can charge ahead again. Now, for a second opinion on momentum, we're going to turn to the MACD. I know, it sounds complicated, but the idea is actually pretty simple. It just compares a short-term moving average to a longer-term one to see if the trend is getting stronger. When that short-term average starts pulling away from the long-term one, it's a sign that momentum is building.
And just look at this chart. The MACD line is way above the signal line. This is a classic bullish sign. It confirms all that strong upward momentum we've been seeing. In plain English, the stock's recent performance is just crushing its historical trend in a really positive way. So yeah, both of our momentum checks are giving us a big green light.
All right, for our final test, let's check the conviction. Are a lot of people actually participating in this rally? To figure that out, we have to look at trading volume. You see, high volume during a price move tells you there's real money and strong belief behind it.
The report gives us this metric called relative volume. It basically compares the most recent day's trading volume to its normal average. And for mRNA, that score is 2.13.
So what does that number mean? It means trading activity was more than double what it usually is. This wasn't some quiet little rally. The market showed up in a big way, and that signals some serious conviction behind this move. It's really the difference between a few people whispering and a whole crowd cheering.
Okay, so we've checked all the vitals. We've looked at the overall trend, we've gauged the momentum, and we've measured the conviction. So now it's time to put it all together and really understand that final score of 75.
So here's the summary from our checkup. The trend, strongly positive. The price is way above its averages. The momentum, very strong. And that's confirmed by both the RSI and the MACD. And the conviction, absolutely high, with volume surging. All three vital signs are flashing bright green. So what happens next? Well, this table shows the key price levels that traders are going to be watching like a hawk. Think of that resistance level at nearly $35 as the next ceiling the stock has to break through. And on the flip side, that support level at $31.90 acts as the floor. These are the new battle lines to keep an eye on. And that brings us right back to our final diagnosis. A score of 75 isn't just some random number. It reflects a stock with a powerful trend, incredible momentum, and a whole lot of conviction from the market.
The vitals look fantastic, which of course leaves us with the big question. With such strong signals across the board, is mRNA's rally just getting started?